Wetherspoons boss Tim Martin stunned a former BMW boss after pointing out how car makers would get a Brexit boost under no deal. Wetherspoons boss Tim Martin savaged a former BMW UK sales chief during a heated interview on the BBC over a no-deal Brexit. The Brexiteer businessman managed to force Ian Robertson, formerly a member of the BMW UK board, to admit that Britain could benefit that Brexit could lead to cheaper goods for the British consumer. Mr. Martin, who recently advised the Boris Johnson government on the benefits of a no-deal Brexit, told the BBC's Today programme that Britain would be better off without a deal. He said, "There has been a barrage of negativity about no deal from the establishment, from a lot of MPs, from a lot of economists. In fact, we would be much better off without a deal." When confronted with forecasts of an economic decline under a no-deal exit, Mr. Martin responded, "The Aussie ambassador to the UK told me that no one ever became poorer because of free trade. The EU is free trade within just 7% of the world. The other 93% has a tariff barrier. The EU is a protectionist racket." Ian Robertson said the uncertainty around Brexit had hit the British car industry. He claimed that with global trade slowing down, Brexit had created a perfect storm. Mr. Robertson said, "At the moment, the momentum in the UK economy is being lost because of uncertainty around Brexit, uncertainty around what the car market will look like in a few months." However, Mr. Martin stunned his counterpart during the interview by revealing that the Prime Minister had confirmed car parts currently subject to tariffs from outside the EU would be tariff-free after Brexit. He said this would bring in cheaper car parts for the British market. When Mr. Robertson refused to respond to the claim, the JD Wetherspoons CEO said, "You haven't answered the question." The former BMW UK sales chief replied, "Absolutely, there are car parts being brought in at the moment that have tariffs on them, but, at the same time, they are being compared to those being sourced in a very high volume business within the EU." The heated interview comes amid reports that Mr. Johnson is drawing up plans for a bailout fund to prop up businesses in the event of a no-deal Brexit. According to the Times, the government has drawn up a secret list of big British employers that are considered to be most at risk of collapse, with the construction and manufacturing sectors are expected to be the worst affected. In a letter to civil servants yesterday, Mr. Johnson told them that preparing for the possibility of a no-deal Brexit should be the top priority.